So welcome everybody to Vet Talk TV, and yes, I'm Brian Pickering.
Hello, I'm Kay Brown.
And finally people can start to see us and get a little bit of an idea of, well, how gorgeous I am, really.
Yeah, right.
Now, speaking of gorgeous, we've got a special guest all the way from Pet Insurance Australia. G'day to Nadia Crighton via Skype.
Hi team, how are we today?
Excellent, all the better for being able to see you.
Yes, it's not very normal that I can actually see myself as well while I'm having a conversation.
Well, we're trialing out a few different things here, Nadia, to see what's going to work, what isn't going to work, and how well we can talk while we're trying to manipulate buttons and all the rest of it. So I might actually hand over to Kay while I try and do some technical stuff here. Okay, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I thought it would be a good time to actually have a catch up with Nadia about exercise with our pets, because we've got the Olympics coming up and all the athletes are moaning about the Olympic Village and the sewage coming into the showers. I mean, I don't know what their problem is, but we take it for granted that we're able to take our pets for walks. But there are a few things that we need to be thinking about when we're doing just that. What's your take on it, Nadia?
Well, I think particularly if your pets are overweight, and the Olympic Games is kind of inspiring you to get out there a bit more, because let's face it, when we watch those elite athletes, it really does inspire you to get a little bit more active in our own lives. It's to go gradually, particularly with pets that if they haven't been getting out and about for a while, or they're a little bit older, and even if they're younger, start gradually and gradually build it up. The last thing you want to do is go and take your pup or your growing dog for a marathon run. All you're going to see is a sore, stiff dog the next day, and it's not really going to give you the best experience of having that amazing exercise. So
we went on a charity walk recently, or we videotaped it anyway.
We didn't walk anywhere.
No,
we walked to the coffee shop.
But you saw the really professional athletes actually stretching before they started. Sort of the walkers literally just sort of lined up at the start line and sort of headed off with their bottles of water. But the pros stretch their legs beforehand. Is that something that you'd recommend, or you're seeing people doing with their pets?
Certainly for dogs that do a lot of exercise. For instance, I used to run 5 to 6 kilometres with my Doberman in the evenings, and
Wow.
we would always start with a gentle walk and just that kind of warming up to make sure that you're prepared for the hard yards of doing the run. You do also notice a lot of obedience classes and even agility classes and things like that. The dogs do go for a light jog or a light warm-up session before they really get into the hard stuff.
And we've been talking with a friend we met and interviewed, Tim Norris, from both ends of the lead. He actually does canine therapy and does exercises, and he's done a series of videos showing how you can actually stretch out the muscles, particularly if a dog's been unwell or recovering from some operation, to stretch the muscles the right way rather than the wrong way, and also to do a little bit of massage up and down the back. And I know that most dogs really like that.
Oh, dogs love it, and so do cats. I mean, everybody knows a cat loves to have a good scratch. That's a stretch. That's half the reason why they even scratch, is to have that full body kind of stretch. Any of that kind of massaging and things is really good for your pet. It also strengthens the bond that you have. And hey, who wouldn't mind a little massage after they've just come in from their daily walk? It's also a fantastic way that you're getting the massaging done. You're checking for lumps and bumps, or any skin problems or any other underlying problems that may creep up with your pets.
I like where Nadia's going with this. Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you just like to stretch out and let me do that. Speaking of stretching out, we're going to stretch out soon and go to the Dog Lovers show in Sydney, which is coming up very soon, and we talked to the village vets about that. And they're going to have a variety of different canine sports on show as well, and talking about it there. Have you ever tried canine scenting games, nose games and things like that?
Oh, nose works and things, yeah.
We do at home sometimes during the winter when you don't have a chance to really get outside, or if it's pouring with rain. We'll make up, and you can make these up at home, this is the best thing about it, is kind of doing hide and seek games with your dogs and teaching them to find certain objects. Really stimulates their minds, and stimulating your mind can be just as good as stimulating your joints and things like that, particularly if it's a rainy, cold day, your dog is bored, getting a little bit on edge. You can do some really awesome inside dog games with your dogs to keep them occupied. It's fantastic.
Excellent. Well, I hope that you'll be able to pop along to the Dog Lovers Show as well. And maybe we could meet there and compare notes and do a bit of an update from the show. That would be good, wouldn't it?
I hope so, yeah. Be
That
great.
would be fantastic. And if they've got Flyball, if they are demonstrating Flyball, I advise everybody to get down there and have a look. It is the most amazing thing to watch, and even better if you can get involved in the sport. It's just incredible.
Flyball is great, but again, pre-warm-up. You've got to warm up your dogs, and all those clubs are very good at teaching that kind of stuff. So.
And our little toy poodle would be very good at flyball if she actually liked grabbing balls, but she doesn't. That's tennis balls for the flyball.
She'd be the oldest flyballer out there, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Nadia Crighton from Pet Endurance Australia, thank you for joining us, and so much fun to have you on Skype so we can see your smiley face.
Thank you so much for having me.